You probably like Nobody's Fault. You probably didn't like Wishing Well because it was
Went to the wishing well
probably because it wasn't that song
because it wasn't Tom singing it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we break down whatever record we're doing, and we find out all the secrets, all the details about it. We talk about it, and we try to have a good time while we're at it. We hope you guys enjoy it too while you're listening, because I know you got nothing better to do while you listen. You should all go to either Apple Podcasts or Spotify. I don't know which service you use, but go there, give us 5 stars and 5 stars only. Also, while you're listening, if you want to, you can go check out our social media. It's all of the handles on social media is at Asinine Radio. We have a Discord server. If you want to join that, hit us up. We'll send you the link. That link is also on our Instagram bio. We also have a phone number. If you want to call, leave us a voicemail, shoot us a text. If you want to hear us talk about something in particular, we'll probably listen to you. Doubt we'll tell you to fuck off, but we'll see. That phone number is 503-893-5307, and that number is also in our Instagram bio. So now that we have all of the boring intro out of the way, what are we doing today, Jeff?
We are doing Phantom Planet's The Guest.
But, Jeff, what do you got? What is your origin story with the Phantom Planets? What do you got?
Oh, you usually go, but you didn't say go. That's fine.
Okay, go.
Okay. Well, we hate in, but then we go. That's fine. So, like, my origin story is actually with the song Anthem. Anthem was a song that I remember people playing at camp, and
Song, baby.
I liked it because it was acoustic, and we sang it at camp, and it was fun and cute, whatever. And then the OC came out like a year later. We were,
Yes.
I think we were juniors. I mean, I know at some point we were juniors when the OC was running because I used to have OC parties. I used to go to OC parties. I used to go
you
watch
did.
nights.
I remember that. I didn't go because I didn't like the show, but I remember you doing it, and you had your little clique of friends that you would talk about it with, and I'm like, I'm just gonna leave. This is stupid.
It was people I don't even remember their names, but like there was. It was like juniors and seniors and sophomores and like all walks of life you could possibly think of that we all converged and just talked about OC. And I swear to you, at these OC parties, we ordered pizza, or somebody's mom would order pizza, and then she would cut it. So she would cut the crust off, so it was like a C, and then the middle part would just be the O. I swear to you.
No.
Dude, we rolled hard.
Holy shit.
I fucking loved that show so much. But when that came out, I thought the song was amazing. And it was so great. And the next year at camp, we were playing it and stuff. And then it somehow dawned on me, or somebody told me that's the same fucking band that plays the other song that we play all the time. And so that was like mind blowing. Holy fuck, man. My junior year of self just blew up. And this is right when I was starting to get a little bit serious at playing the guitar. And so then I was just clamoring to learn all of these songs and like Anthem, Lonely Day, and then California were the 3 songs I learned like damn near immediately. But like really Anthem is the first one that I heard, but California is what did it for me.
Have you gone back and watched the show, the OC?
No, I've been trying to get Renee. I want to rewatch it again and then make it like a weekly thing. Just watch like one episode a week.
Oh,
just get into it that way because it's been.
I kind of want to watch it too, because I never watched it on the original run. Like I saw a couple episodes, but I thought it was too stupid. But I kind of want to go and see just how dumb it actually is.
It's probably so because the main guy Ryan something. He's from he's like the tough guy, but he's from Chino. but he's like this gang banger fucking tough dude. And I remember he moves to the OC, and he's from like Chino. But I remember loving the show so much because you see like early Killers, you saw like Rooney on the show, like all of these kind of like cooler bands in this era played on the OC.
I think the Murder Dolls were on the show too.
Really?
No, they were on One Tree Hill.
Oh,
Yeah, it wasn't the OC. It was One Tree Hill. Never mind.
and the guy, I don't know his name in real life, but his name's Seth on the show. He's also a drummer in a band called Big Japan at the time. So
I remember that band.
It's kind of cool. I remember liking the show a lot, but it was just like it was a soap opera for teenagers. We didn't feel stupid watching it because they were dealing with problems that we were dealing with, and I didn't feel overwhelmed because they weren't talking about like fucking not filing their taxes and shit. So it was easy to follow.
What was the girl's name? Mina Savari?
Marissa, the main girl, or Summer?
The main girl.
Marissa. I don't know her real name. I just know the character names.
The blonde girl, right?
Yeah, that was Ryan's crush. Her name's Marissa.
Okay.
And
I remember
the other
she
girl
was
was
very
Seth's
famous
crush,
at the time.
and her name was Summer.
God.
God.
I really want to go back and watch this.
Pathetic.
Is it streaming? Let's see if it's streaming. Hold on.
Nah, I'm sure it's got to be. I've probably streamed on Hulu. Hulu has all like the fucking dumbass shows.
So anybody out there who has a smartphone, which I'm sure almost everybody does, there is an app called Just Watch, and you go on the app and you can search whatever you want, and it'll show you exactly where any show or movie is streaming at. So just throwing that out there. It's really convenient, and I use it all the time.
I just Google where to watch the OC.
But that's not always right. That's not
and then
always right.
It says right here Hulu, HBO,
and HBO. Yeah, that's what it says on here too. But this app is just easier. It's just easier.
Yeah, it's easier than just typing it into your search bar. You're right.
Trust me, Google isn't always right. I'm telling you, I used to do the same thing. And then I came across this app because somebody online recommended it, and the app is actually really neat. It's much better than just Googling.
Until I run into a hiccup, I will probably not.
You'll run into a hiccup. Don't worry, you will. But yeah, it's on Hulu and HBO Max.
Okay, all right.
Because Jeff jumped the shark and interrupted me, but that's fine.
Sorry, that's fine.
Okay. So that was your origin story.
Yeah.
Was the OC and camp, or camp really. But okay, so my origin story is the OC. I didn't really watch the show, but because the theme song California by Phantom Planet was so popular, that song was everywhere, and I liked it. I mean, even little stupid shithead metalhead punker kid I was in high school, I still really like the song. It's really good.
It's really
Like
good.
you just can't not like it.
And then
It's
we live in
very
Orange
catchy.
County. How could you not fucking like it?
Exactly. It's so stupid. It's so silly. But that's my origin story. I mean, I don't remember the first time I heard it. I just remember listening to it a lot. Whether it was on TV, it was on the radio, it was on a mix CD that one of my friends had. The song was always around for years and years and years. But I didn't get into the band really until I met my girlfriend, and that was 2006. And Phantom Planet is her favorite band, always has been, still is her favorite band. Phantom Planet and Weezer, her two favorite bands. But Phantom Planet on another level. She loves Alex Greenwald, loves him to death. And we've seen Phantom Planet maybe 8 or 9 times over the years. We saw their farewell show in 2009, I think it was. We saw their comeback show in 2012. And, we saw them prior to 2009 as well. And they've always put on a fucking amazing show. So I have a lot of nostalgia with this record, with all the Phantom Planet music because of her obsession with this band. But just throwing that out there as well. It's my origin story and kind of my background with this band. You don't have much of a background, right? Outside of the guest and Phantom Planet's Phantom Planet?
I saw him once at a free concert, and it was at UC Irvine, and it was outside, and it was this had to have been right around when the guest dropped, because they had played again. You know what I think it was? Because they played with Morrissey in this era.
What?
And yeah, they opened up for like Morrissey. I think, but they opened up at the Bren Center. The Bren Center. What the fuck is it called?
The Bren Center, yeah, in Irvine.
The Bren Center.
At UC Irvine, yeah.
But they played like a free show outside like the night before, and like it was fucking dope. But they didn't mention the OC. Like they didn't talk about it at all. They didn't say, "Oh, this song you might have heard us from the OC, Orange County, whatever." So they might have been like right as the OC was coming out, or right before the OC came out. But that was the only time
Okay.
I'd ever seen them. And I remember I was really young because one of the leaders from camp drove us.
Oh damn!
And there was like 3 of us that went. He picked us all up and went out there.
Like it's such a far drive.
Yeah.
It's like 20 minutes.
I mean, fucking 14, 15
Yeah,
years
when you're
old.
14, yeah, that's a whole journey.
Probably
Yeah, that's
passed out in
something
the
to-
car on the way home. It's tired.
I drive there for work every day.
Yeah, otherwise
Um,
I've never
yeah.
seen them live ever again.
They put on a great show. I've seen them at the Troubadour. I've seen them at the Roxy. I think the Whiskey as well. Yeah, they put on a fucking fantastic show. Really a lot of fun. But yeah, so let's get back into this. Let's give our initial thoughts on the guest. So what do you got?
I will say I thought this was going to pop a little bit more. I thought this was going to be just banger after banger after banger and just be very just one of those albums that I remember being really good, and then I thought we were going to go back onto it and be like, oh wow, this is just as good, this is even better. But I think the second half is slow. I think the second half is a lot worse than the first half.
Interesting. Okay.
But I don't know.
I
Other than
disagree
that-
with some of that. But
I mean, that's stupid if you think the second half isn't. I mean,
Well, I
the
said
first.
some of that. I
that's
said
the-
some of
you
that.
You're already being silly boy talk right here. But otherwise, it's fine. I will say, like, god damn it, Jason Schwartzman is just a trash drummer. I see why he left, because, I mean, there's a lot of stuff written about it. When I say a lot, not that much, but he's getting into like the movie business, and now Phantom Planet just dropped this album, and then the next album they rip off the Strokes. It's like, okay, do I want to become like an actor, or do I want to stay with a band that is essentially just ripping off other bands? I get why he left, but dude, his drumming is awful. It is like bad in this album. It is not good.
There. Never mind.
God,
Continue.
it's really bad. There's only one song on here that I thought he did a good job. Otherwise, all he's just doing is just kind of like hitting the hi-hat, the snare, and the bass drum. All this like the ting, 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 ting. He just does that thing all the fucking
Yeah.
time. That's all he does.
Yeah, I don't think his fills are particularly good. I don't think his transitions are
He
very
needs
good. Yeah, he does play in a very kind of like, let's throw our hands up really high in the air to hit the drums as hard as we can. That's kind of how he plays too. There's really not a lot of groove in his playing. It's just there. I mean, he keeps in time, which is good. I mean, for the most part, he keeps in time. There's nothing that feels very rushed or anything like that, but there's nothing really to write home about his playing. I think sometimes he tries to show off a little bit, but even on California, there's some parts on here. It's just like, dude, you really should have done something else to transition into the big chorus, the build up. You know, the build up is cool.
California's
Build-up's
all
great,
build.
actually.
It's all build.
It is all build, but
There's no relief.
the build could have been a little bit better had the drums been a little bit different. But yeah, he's not a great drummer or really that good of a drummer. I agree with you.
He's
I
not
do agree
good
with you.
at all, which makes me almost believe like maybe they encouraged him. Like, yeah, dude, you should fucking for sure go pursue the movie career, because the biggest problem I have with this album is the fact that the bass player. It's like JPJ playing drums playing with me. Like we're on such like different pages here. We're so vastly different skill wise. And
His
the bass
drumming-
player
oh, yeah.
is unreal. On some of these songs, it's absolutely bonkers how fucking good he is. And
Yeah, he's
still,
really good.
Schwartzman is just dun, 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 just doing these fucking little staccato things. It's like, what are you doing, bro?
His drumming reminds me a lot of the drummer from the Black Keys, Patrick Carney. Like that guy is not a good drummer, but the way he plays, the style is very reminiscent of Jason Schwartzman. They have that big kind of let's hit the drums really hard, let's kind of make kind of like primitive sounding beats, you know, but not like cool. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just think their drumming styles are very similar to one another. And I will agree, Sam, the bass player, him and Alex's vocals are the highlights of this record. Really of all their records, but definitely this record, they are the highlights for sure. Sam is a killer bass player. Absolutely
Yeah,
killer bass player.
it's just fucking fantastic.
He's a great instrumentalist too, because if you read more about him, on Phantom Planet's Phantom Planet, Jason Schwartzman played on like I think 5 of the songs, and then their new drummer Jeff Conrad played on 3 of them, and then Sam played on 2 songs, and then after Phantom Planet had broken up, he joined Maroon 5. He's been in Maroon 5 for like 10 years now, and he plays a bunch of instruments. He plays bass, guitar, keyboards. You know, he does all this kind of shit. Like he's a multi-instrumentalist with Maroon 5, and now he's an official member too, which is pretty rad. So good for him on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the guy's very talented. I think overall he's the most talented member of the band for sure.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
Alex Greenwald, man, I really like his voice. I think he has a fantastic voice.
I mean, I can see why you like his voice. Honestly, he's a stone's throw away from being Brandon Boyd,
I know, and Brandon Boyd is my favorite singer.
which is not like that's not a diss like in any way,
No,
shape, or
no,
form.
not at all,
Because
no.
fuck, Brandon Boyd, oof, dude sings, but you can
He
like,
does.
man, like I think Alex's best vocal performance is on California. The dude's got fucking lungs, like just to hold that note for that long. And so like
Yeah.
I even wrote notes on 3 different versions, like the studio version, the demo, and then live versions, and not just like the one that's on Spotify, but other more acoustic, more fan interaction based live versions. The dude has like lungs. He can hold that note for so fucking long, and then take a quick breath and then do it again. Like that's impressive.
Yeah, I agree. And if you like that kind of stuff, like anybody listening who hasn't listened to their 4th record, Raise the Dead, if you listen to the title track, the first song on that record, his vocals do a lot of the same things. Like his range on that is really good, and he does a lot of these. I mean, his voice on that particular song is very fucking good, and is a little bit reminiscent of California, in the fact, in how he kind of draws out the notes and everything like that. It's really good. You should go back and listen to that song. I think you would like it more. But
I saw you added Raise the Dead to your Discogs. Was there a lot of pressings of that? Are they expensive?
they only pressed it once, and that was when it came out in 2008. And no, there are not a lot of pressings. I think the cheapest copy is like $120.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's fucking annoying. Because I would
Guess we're not
love to
buying
have it
that
on
one.
vinyl. Would love to have it on vinyl.
Okay. Well, yeah. So like
Doubt it's
California,
gonna happen.
that's California's my 2B. It's my
Okay.
2B.
That's my 2B as well.
I
It
think it's great, but like it's not that great of a song. It's cheesy, and if it was any other band, if it was any other song, I would probably rank it lower because of its cheesiness. But like nostalgia plays such a fucking huge factor in it, and
It does, but
love,
that piano's so good.
I hate the fucking piano. I can't
I
stand
love
the
it.
piano.
I fucking love it. It's so
Like,
cheesy. It's
so
so
like
good.
like the demo version has this being a more like band driven piece with less
Mhm.
notable production tricks. Obviously it's a demo version, but the biggest factor is the piano. You're not getting the piano that right in the beginning. You're getting more of the strumming chords, and that's what
Yeah.
I want. I don't like the piano. I think it's irritating. I like it in the context of the OC theme song because you need that. But when I hear Phantom Planet, I really want to hear just like the live versions of it. When some of the best videos I watched were just like Alex kind of with an acoustic guitar strumming
Yeah, those are the
and just
best.
like back and forth with the crowd. Like I got goosebumps from that stuff. Like it was so good. Like that gang vocal, Pennywise style. Just let's throw it out, call and answer stuff. Let's do it together. Like that was unreal. But
I agree. Those are the best. With when it's pretty much just him and the acoustic guitar, by far the
Oh.
best.
so good. But I hate the piano. I can't stand the piano.
It's still good. It's still good.
It's too loud. Why is it so loud?
It is a little bit loud in the mix. Yeah, I agree.
It's
I
fucking
agree.
so loud.
But it's still good. And like we talked about, that build up, man. That build up is so good.
The songs all build. There's no relief ever.
When-
It constantly
he,
builds.
When he sings "Here We Come," it's when he sings the "Here We Come." I can't even sing as high as him. Obviously, I can't sing at all, really. But when he sings that "Here We Come" really high, oh my god, it's so good.
my favorite part of the
fantastic.
song is when it's going back into the verse, and he's saying like California can't. What do you say? Won't
This-
stop
this
us now.
is-
Can't stop us now.
Wait.
Can't-
Wait, what does he say now? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But then you hear the guitar kind of do like the slide thing, like he's like playing like a slide guitar, but he's just on his his electric going up and down. I love that because it shows heart, man. It shows like he's trying, like they're trying to be a better. Everyone's trying to be a better, except for fucking Jason Schwartzman.
Everyone's trying to be
trash.
a better.
Everyone's trying to be a better. Everyone's trying to be a better, but Jason Schwartzman is trying to be a worse.
Yes. So what do we have lyrically on this one?
So it's a song paying tribute to California, but like really it's a nostalgic trip to simpler times, right? Like the feeling of freedom that we got when we went on a fucking road trip or when we drove out to a show in LA. It's just like that's what it should. It's evoking an emotion inside of you that is either safety, because I also got like safety from this, like safety when you finally get home after a wild night or a long vacation. You get home, you kick your shoes off, and you sit down like, fuck yeah, I'm home, I'm safe. Like that's what it is. Yeah. California, God, it sounds so cheesy, but California is like a state of mind, like an essence.
It sounds so dumb.
It does sound dumb, and this song is dumb. This song is cheesy, but that's what I got from it. It's not a tribute to California. It's a tribute to something that is safe, familiar, nostalgic, exciting, fun. All of these things. It could be anything. What is your California? You know what I mean? Like that type of
I get it.
Cliche thing.
Very cliche.
God, I love the song so much.
On the video on YouTube, the comment kind of like, not pinned at the top, but that's put at the very top. It says, the song makes me feel nostalgic of something's... Wait, no. Fuck, where was it? No, that's... Okay, no. It's... This song is like an old friend you haven't seen in ages. And I kind of get it. I get what that is. It's kind of profound.
Do you get that same feeling though? That feeling of like safety, of freedom,
yeah. It just feels good. It feels very warm. It feels very just calming. It's a very calming feeling. Like you just feel like you're in the right place. Like nothing's really gonna. I don't know. It's weird.
The best way I can describe this feeling is coming home on road trips from like the river with my mom and stepdad, and we're driving down or coming on the 91, going into like Yorba Linda, and I don't know if it's still there, but that cross that's right up there by like
up on the hill.
Yeah,
it's still there.
Weird Canyon area.
Yeah.
And then going into like Anaheim, when I saw that cross, I knew like we were home because I'm like fucking 10 years old. I didn't know where the fuck we were. And it's nighttime and I'm like dozing off and on. But I remember seeing that cross multiple times. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Like we're at the point now where I can fall asleep. Somebody will carry me inside. We're almost home. Like we're safe. Like we are home. Yeah. And that's what that's what this song, that's the emotion this song evokes out of me. And that's why it's my 2B and not like fucking 6B because it's so cheesy.
It is so very cheesy. And we're also a very regional podcast, so obviously what we're saying right now is not going to make any sense to really anybody except maybe a couple people. But I think like that's what his vocals do. The way he sings is it gets into you. Yeah, it makes you feel what he's feeling because he's a very emotional singer. Just screaming the California, like that part alone is very. It's like, oh God, we're getting somewhere. We're building to something. Then he just screams. He's just screaming. He does. He has a really good. He's really good at straining his voice and making it sound really good. He's fucking great at it. There's a few songs on this record where he really strains his voice, and I love it. I fucking love it. And this is one of them. But the video too. I don't know if you watched any of the music. There's 3 music videos on here. From this record, and this is one of them. And even the video seems nostalgic. I mean, it even has the cheesy, stupid shot of like the 101 sign in LA. You know, it's so dumb, but it's part of the lyrics. The whole video is cheesy. It's them like eating at like a Denny's. Just kind of doing normal band stuff. They're at a guitar center and they're playing the instruments there, and they're just driving in the van or the bus or whatever, and. It's so stupid. And then there's a lot of like live shots, which is cool. I like the live shots a lot.
What I liked about the video was that we're not watching a band do things. Yeah, the live shots are a band doing things, but otherwise we're watching just friends hanging out.
Yeah.
And it's not, yes, the song is called California, but you could have said fucking Delaware, or any fucking
Orange
country.
County.
You could have said Orange County if you're the Ryan.
Yeah, if you're Ryan Religa.
You could replace it with anything. Damn, dropping the last name too. Wow.
I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
He doesn't
Wow.
listen. He doesn't listen.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's we're watching friends hang out, like at a Denny's. Like who the fuck has not like spent a night at Denny's after a fantastic night, and just talked about what had happened and how much fun you had, and it was like the greatest thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
Like that's
yeah.
why
Especially when
Denny's
you're
exists,
young.
for God's sakes.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we didn't drink in high school, but we still had a lot of fun doing stupid shit, and we did spend a lot of time at Denny's until 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, just kind of like just talking, reminiscing what we did that night or during the day or whatever, just because we probably did something really stupid and whatever. But, you know, it was just a lot of good memories at Denny's, surprisingly.
That's what this song is. That's what this song. This song is an ode to, I don't know, to youth, I guess.
It is. It is. But I really think it's only because we grew up when this song came out. I think a lot of it is.
I'm really
is-
curious to see like or hear what other people think about that, because yes, we are from Orange County. Yes, we are from California. But I think if you get into what is happening here, it is not regional. It's specific to a generation.
I think so. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on from California. I think we've talked a lot about this one, but that's what we
It's a good
normally do.
song.
It is a great song. It's our 2B. So what is
And
your what's your
it's
1B?
It's your fucking staple. It's their song, right?
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
There's no other song that they've ever done that sounds like this. This is truly an outlier of a song for them.
Yeah,
Which is crazy.
I would agree.
Like they didn't even try. They never tried to
I know.
recreate the song, which is pretty wild too, because bands always try to recreate their biggest hit, but this band did not do that, which I really respect for that. But anyway, let's move on to your 1B, your number one banger off of this record. What do you got?
My 1B is Lonely Day.
It's gonna
Number
be a
one banger.
lonely day.
The song
Good.
is unreal. It's so
Is it
good.
unreal?
It is so good. First of all,
Okay,
is it B for you? It was like a stinker.
it's
for
my
you?
4B. It's my 4B.
Probably a stinker because you're.
It's my 4. I even though I just said it's my 4B, but that's fine. Oh, do you even have any stinkers?
I have 5 stinkers.
Do you really?
2. Nah, I have no stinkers.
Okay. Oh, this fucking guy. Oh yeah, I have no stinkers either. But not every song is a banger. So, yeah, Lonely Day is my 4B. But what do you got on this one?
So first of all, the bass playing is just fucking unreal. It's just first of all, it's dropped right in the beginning into the front. It's very lonely. It's kind of like on its own. It's matching what Alex is doing. They're kind of playing off each other, but then it gets super squirrely, and like the transition to the heavy chorus is fucking just absolutely flawless. Alex's vocals bring the heat, and the distortion plays well with his vocals, but then we go back into like the clean stuffs. And that's also flawless. So we have this 2 major contrasts in this song. We have the heavy vocal or the heavy chorus with like the cleaner, softer verses. But like the verses have their own solid melody. And the verses are better than the chorus. Like the verses make this song. Like that is so goddamn good. And normally I hate when people just like repeat like the lonely, 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 because that's, dude, just shut the fuck up. Kill it. Be done with it.
Yeah.
Say something else. And he's very nasally sometimes. But I like it. I like when he says
Yeah, I
it.
do too. What I do like about this record is that they, like you said, it's not just the chorus that is catchy. Sometimes the verse can be catchy. Sometimes the pre-chorus is catchier than the chorus. It just happens. I think the chorus in this instance is better, is the catchier part. But I do know what you're talking about with the verses and everything. I think this is a really well-made, well-rounded song. The bass playing too. I mean, it's absolutely killer. And
So
this is
good.
one of the more upbeat songs on the record, and I like it because it's completely in contrast with the lyrical content. And I like when bands do that. I really, really like it because this is a very, very
It's tough to do.
happy
It's not
sounding
easy to
song.
do.
No, it's not. And they pull it off really well in this song.
Yeah.
And even though as like you said too, as cheesy as the Lonely Day part is when he sings that part, it's still well placed within the song to where it's not annoying, it's not overdone. There's enough to latch on to. You know, it's not just like a bunch of boring stuff leading up to that one catchy chorus. There's I wouldn't say a lot going on, but there's enough going on to keep you interested in the song.
He also doesn't. So when he's saying like lonely, 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 lonely day, he's not saying the word lonely the same way. Like he'll extend one of the lonelies and the next lonely he'll do it real quick. So even in the lonelies, there's diversity, and that's what makes it
you're right.
not dumb.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. So let's play a little bit of Lonely Day, and then we'll jump into the lyrics real quick. Sound good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. Here is Lonely Day from the Phantom Planets. Good stuff. And what's cool, okay, so the song starts off, you know, the acoustic guitar, Alex singing, and what he's talking about, you know, he's waking up in the morning and all that, but the lyrics reflect, kind of sound like how he's singing. Like, even the way he's singing, he sounds like he's tired, he sounds like he's groggy, and then as the song progresses, you kind of hear him wake up. There's that build up in the verse before it kind of hits hard in the chorus, and he sings higher at that point. So he starts from a lower octave and then kind of slowly transitions to the higher thing during the actual chorus itself, which is really fucking cool. I think it's very nuanced. It's very kind of subtle.
I like a lot of the lyrics on this album too, and specifically this song and the one before it, Always on My Mind.
Yeah,
I think they kind of I like the idea of Always on My Mind and this song going hand in hand with it.
Oh,
Like,
they totally go hand in hand.
like one, I mean, I guess one being about one thing, but then this one's like waking up the next day and having that feeling of dread and loneliness because of nothing you did to change it the day before.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, this one gets a little bit deeper, right? Even though he's surrounded by good things and be it friends or family or whatever, he knows he should be happy. He just isn't. And I like that he doesn't really give a reason for it. He just kind of says like, I know I shouldn't, but I am. And there's some honesty to that. There's some like some real sadness to that, you know?
Yeah, I like it too because like you said, he doesn't give a specific reason, but this song I think is about his depression. You know, if he suffers from depression, I don't know, but from what it sounds like, he does. And you don't feel good for no particular reason. You just don't feel well. You feel just down and out, and that's how he feels. There's no explanation for any of it. And he says he just goes about his regular day. Like, I mean, you said it too. He goes about his regular day. And then there's even points in the song where he talks about like people notice that he's not normal, like, or he's not acting like everybody else. You know, there's something off about him, and that's just how he normally is. That's his day to day. It's this kind of the sadness that you can't really explain. People can see something, but they don't know the reason for it.
He didn't know the fucking reason. It's yeah.
It just happens. Yeah.
And it's kind of cool because like you said, like tonally the song sounds like he's still pushing along. He's still saying, I still gotta wake up, as he does in the song. I still gotta go to work. I still gotta do things. I don't know why I don't want to do these things, but I feel like I should still do them. So he's kind of like going through these motions and feigning this happiness and pretending. It's cool.
I know. There's some really good stuff. I think lyrically this is one of the better ones lyrically too.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it was really good. But I'm trying to look for the lyric real quick that I really liked. But
everybody knows what's
I guess it's the chorus. Yeah,
on.
But nobody knows what's going on. Or no, yeah, everybody knows everybody knows that something's wrong. Nobody knows what's going on. We all sing that same old song. When you want it to all go away, it's shaping up to be a lonely day. That's a great chorus. That's a really great chorus. It's so like, it's kind of heartbreaking almost, you know?
Yeah.
This is a good one. This is a good song. This is one of my favorite lyrically for sure.
Well, that's your 4B, so that's fine.
Well, it's my 4B overall. Overall,
what is?
You know,
well, let me guess what your 1B is. Your 1B better not be fucking. What is that stupid ass song? That was okay. All Over Again. Is that your 1B?
My 1B?
Yeah.
No, my 1B is Always on My Mind.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
That song, dude. Always on My Mind is.
Always on
fucking
my
amazing song.
mind.
Where does this one sit for you?
That's my 4B.
Okay, so we're kind of in the same realm here. Our
little bit.
our top 4 Bs are kind of the same, but a little mixed up here, but they're pretty much the same.
Okay.
So yeah, always on my mind. This is a very bouncy song. He just has a cool way of writing that melody, that first note into the chorus. That melody, that first part of the melody leading into the chorus, I feel is one of the coolest parts of this entire record. And I think this is just an absolutely amazingly written song. Melodically, the speed, the tempo is just right. I will say though, there's another version of this called it's the London version of it, and it is played like twice as fast, and it's really fucking good. Did you listen to that version? I put it in the notes, but that's fine.
Did you? Oh yeah, you did.
I did. I put it in the
I
notes.
see it right there.
But the London version actually is better. It's like twice as fast, but this is still a very bouncy, kind of more, up tempo song than most of the songs on the record. But man, this song is fucking catchy.
Why did you put that one up there? I didn't see that before.
I put it up like the day I put up all the music videos. That's fine. I did. I should have reminded you, but
That's
I
funny.
thought you would pay attention, but you didn't. But I mean, don't you agree? This chorus is one of the catchiest. I mean, outside of California, this chorus is one of the catchiest parts of the whole song. She walked by. I can't even try. I can't even try to sing.
No, I was gonna say something, but I would rather you sing.
No,
yes,
no, you should. You should. I can't even try to do it. I can't.
please. You were
There's
so
no way I
close.
could even do him
Damn
justice
it,
on
you were
that.
so close.
I almost did it. Yeah, I almost fucking did it.
You were just you
Goddamn.
got excited.
I did. I got way
Okay.
too excited.
Yeah, I honestly think this is one of the better choruses. Take California out of this because it's an outlier in this album in their discography. This is one of the better choruses just because it's so goddamn catchy. It is so
Yeah.
good. But like, dude, the bass line has some good ups and downs. It gets really squirrely in the chorus part, but overall, like it's all over the fretboard. But it's not like super fast and technical. It's just he's making really good use of like the octaves. Love it.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a very lighthearted, easygoing song. It's kind of like a focus on the vocal parts, like it follows the lyrics and the story, and Alex does some really cool stuff. There's a lot of lower spoken word type singing things that he does, and he climbs really well to like the high parts. But it's never like in Lonely Day, because in Lonely Day when he screams like "Hey, Rhinos," like that's jarring, but it's
Yeah.
purposeful. That's what it's supposed to do. Here, there's a gradual climb to those high parts, and the guy can hit like a pretty decent range.
Yeah, does have a nice range. He really does. God, it just the build up from the first line to when he says everybody in this place can up and move away, up until the end of the chorus where he sings "She is always on my mind." It just, his voice is awesome in this song. I think another reason why I like this song is so much too is because this is Tammy's favorite song. I think this is her favorite Phantom Planet song. This, and they did a cover of Somebody's Baby, and she really loves that cover too. But I think Always on My Mind is her favorite song. So that I've listened to this song
1,000 times.
Yeah, 1,000 fucking times I listened to this song. And it's always because like she's like, oh, it plays, and she's like, I want to listen to it again. So she plays it again. So we'll listen to it like 4 or 5 times in a row. So it's just like I've heard this so many times, but it's great every fucking time. I really, really like the song.
I love this song lyrically.
I do too. I think his lyrics are awesome on this one.
I think it's fucking rad. I thought this was about a girl who's vastly out of his league, or someone that is just clearly unattainable for whatever reason. But like the obsession is controlling his life in ways that are subtle, but like very tragic. Like he seems to not be able to move on, so the obsession drives his decisions to not move away. He's talking people moving away, but he's still staying there. Like he can't actually physically move away because of it. And then when he says that she turned from a sound. Yeah, it's weird wording that he used. She turned from a sound. It reminds me of like a movie. And in like the movies, when someone loves somebody else, like the two romantic people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like right before the girl gets on the train, and she's like, "What?" And you're just like, you're sitting there, and you're like, "Just fucking say it, bro." but like they just don't. Like the lips are just there, and you know, like he wants to say it, and she wants him to say it, and they both, if they just said it, they would live a perfect life, but nobody says it, and then she gets on the train and leaves forever. Like that's what that reminded me of, because she just walks away. She turned from a sound, and like the sound was like, "What? Did you say something?" And he's just like, "Nah." Fuck.
I know.
So good.
It's really good. It's really, really good. So here's a little story that happened with Tammy and I. We went and saw, and okay, so this song. Okay, first of all, Tammy. We honestly should have had Tammy on for this episode, but she. I think another reason why she likes this song so much is because she's told me many times that she feels like Alex Greenwald wrote this song for her, like personally wrote it for her, even though they had never met. Like that's kind of how crazy it was, because she likes the lyrics so much and she loves him so much. She thought this was written about her specifically. Totally fucking crazy. But when we saw them, I think it was like 2006 or 2007, we saw them at the Roxy, and we were watching the opening band, and we were just we were just watching them. I wasn't paying attention to anything else, just kind of watching the band. And Alex Greenwald actually walked up right behind us. Like he was literally like right between Tammy and I. I had no idea. I was completely oblivious. Tammy saw him. She completely froze up. She wouldn't even look at him, and she kept hitting me like look who's behind us. And I was just like, stop, I'm watching the band. And I was I guess he was standing behind us for like 2 minutes, but Tammy says that he could tell that she was nervous, and he was waiting for her to say something to him, like, "Oh, hey,
damn,
nice to meet
just
you."
like what's going on.
Yeah, and she said that she was too embarrassed to say something, but she said it seemed like he was staying because she knew who he was, but he stayed a couple minutes, but then he eventually turned around and left. But yeah, so that happened. I think it was like 2007 at the Roxy.
That's like the exact fucking dilemma I just gave out.
And she still gets on to me, even like you could text
fucked
her
up
about it. She'll get so mad. She'll get so fucking mad at me.
Because you fucking dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Because you're oblivious.
I just wasn't paying attention. I was not paying attention to who was around me.
You never pay attention. That's the point. That's the problem.
But yeah, he was right behind me, and she freaked out. But I love it.
Was that the only time that she's ever met him or been close to meeting him?
She's never met him, but that was the closest she has ever been to him.
Damn. And it's your fault that
it was all my fault. I could have just turned around and said, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" I could have struck up a conversation with him. But no, I just did not know what the fuck was going on. Completely oblivious.
The most obnoxious thing you could have done is turn around and just yell, "California!"
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so fucking rude. Love it. Well, that was
so annoying. It's so annoying.
or
yeah, always on my
County.
mind.
Did you get that? I mean, your story just kind of like cemented my thing with the train motif. But like you got the same feeling there.
Yeah. I think we've all kind of had that feeling at some point in our lives. You know,
Yeah.
I think everybody's kind of had that. They have somebody that they're just so kind of infatuated with, but they're so nervous to even talk to them. And yeah, you just get that kind of like, I guess I hate the word or the term or the expression, like butterflies, you know, you get
butterflies.
that. And then they walk by and even the glance even just the glance just makes you just like, oh fuck, it makes you want to throw up.
It's very high school. It's very high school because
extremely.
Yeah, because high school, I mean, there's all these emotions going through you, all these hormones going through you. High school's fucking hard enough as it is without having to worry about, all these fashion things and everything. High school is so silly. It's silly boy talk. It's silly boy talk, how difficult it is, like socially, and then how much they expect of you, book-wise, but then how little you actually learn. So, like, all of these things are fucking ridiculous. But yeah, it's very high school because that's a high school problem.
Absolutely. So let's play a little bit of Always on My Mind, and then we'll move on. So here it is from Phantom Planet. Ooh, banger of a song. You know, I was thinking would be really funny is if I called Tammy right now on the podcast and asked her about the story just to see her reaction to to that situation. But then I realized like you wouldn't be able to hear her talk, so it just wouldn't really work. But
It would be quiet because you'd be getting yelled at while Tammy yells at you, and nobody would hear it.
I mean, you would be able to hear it, but she wouldn't be able to hear you. All right, so Always on My Mind. Do we have anything else on this song?
That's it. That's all. That's all I got.
All right, so what do you got for your 2B was California.
To be with
So then-
California.
So was mine. So what is your 3B?
My 3B's Anthem. 'Cause
Anthem.
the whole world. And
What's the guitar? This is the anthem. Throw all your hands up. Isn't that the song?
you're saying the lyrics, but you don't remember the melody, do you?
I don't remember. I don't.
That was good.
don't.
I could tell for sure.
But those are the lyrics, right?
yeah.
This is the anthem. Throw all
This
your
is
hands
the
up.
anthem. Throw all your hands up.
How does? Yeah, I don't remember how that melody goes.
Okay. It's a new day, but it all feels old. It's a good life.
That song is
That's
so
what
dumb.
I'm told.
Oh,
This is the anthem. Throw all your hands up. Whoa.
I want to be
Another
you.
rhythm.
Oh,
God,
I
that
want to
song's
be
fucking
just
good, dude.
like you. There we go. I got
There was-
the melody
There
there.
was that was good at first though. Like you clearly did not fucking remember the melody.
the first
was-
time. No.
There was some band that played at high school that was
Yeah.
I don't think it was, but I want to say it was like
It wasn't here till Thursday.
I want to say it was like Hawthorne Heights, but I don't think it was. But
Wait,
it
what?
was some
Hawthorne
it
Heights
was,
didn't play at our school.
it was some band that wasn't big at the time, but got like kind of minuscule amount of fame. But anyway, they were
Was it?
trash.
Okay.
But they played as their warm up song. They played Anthem, and it was so good.
I remember
good.
them playing Anthem, but I don't remember what band it was. Oh, was it Five Star Hero?
No, it
It
wasn't
might have-
5 Star Hero because 5 Star
You
Hero
sure?
was good, or they were good.
Okay. All right. I really don't remember who it was. But anyway, your number 3. Your number 3 is Anthem.
Is Anthem? Cause the whole world. Yeah,
So
I-
this is
I-
not a banger for me.
that's crazy boy
Just throwing
talk.
that out there.
I could honestly do without the fake strings / synth sounds.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this song is perfect. I love it. But I do have heavy nostalgia with this one, and like this is the song that we did at camp. This is like before the OC came out, so like I remembered this one beforehand, and this is the one that clicked with me. Like, holy fuck, it's the same band. So that's cool. But the song
Yeah.
is really catchy. Like every part of it, the verses, the chorus, the transitions, everything about the song is campy, dumb, beautiful. It's a good song.
This is a very ballad kind of song. Definitely more of a ballad for this record. And I think one reason why you like this song so much is because it sounds like a song that's off of Blue from Weezer. It sounds like a Blue song. I don't know what song, but it sounds like it could fit on that record.
I can see that.
It's a total Blue song, and that's why it's a banger for you. No other reason, because you love Weezer.
This is their tribute, like the Tenacious D song. Like lyrically, this is a tribute. This is a song about writing a song to unite humanity. God, it's so cheesy. It's so fucking dumb.
It's very cheesy. Like,
But,
it's not even as like I hate using the word, but it's not nearly as epic as the Tenacious D song, though.
yeah, but I do like this song. I like it.
It's good. It's definitely not a bad song. His voice sounds really nice in this, though. I mean, he's just a great singer. He's really the best part of this band through and through. But yeah, dude, it's a fucking ballad. And Jason Schwartzman's drums, they're really loud in this song. Like, he sounds like he's hitting those drums as hard as he could possibly hit them. It really does. Like, they're almost blown out because it's so fucking loud, especially at the beginning when
Yeah,
kind of
the beginning
everybody
part
just comes in so hard.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, he hits them so fucking hard.
I really don't like that like I said, that fake strings or synth sound. I just don't. I thought
It's a little cheesy.
dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's
No,
get
we-
into.
We could play Anthem.
Nah, it's fine. Yeah, you have other bangers. If it's not a banger for you, we don't need to overlap. Because I have 4 not bangers.
Okay, that's fine. So then my 3B, right? We're on 3B?
Yeah.
Yeah, my 3B is All Over Again. A track later in the album. This guitar riff is fucking awesome. Love the guitar riff on this one. One of the catchier guitar riffs on the record. Some good vocals on here. There's some parts where Alex really kind of strains his voice too, which I'm a sucker for. Like, any melodic vocalist who kind of strains their vocals usually, usually gets to me, and I usually like it.
That's right. You did like Chris Carrabba singing this Bitter Pill.
Yeah,
on the
dude, that was
Dashboard
it.
episode.
That was by far the best song on that record. Oh, his voice was so good
Not
on that
by
song.
far, but it's a good song.
It is. And overall, I mean, I guess it's just because he kind of strains his voice, but it makes it a little bit more of an aggressive song. But there's also some really good melodic parts. Like he's very good at balancing the strain with the strong melodies, the build-ups, the range. It's his fucking range. That's what it is. It's really good. This is also one of the faster songs on the record, and like I said, it's more aggressive, which I'm a sucker also for more aggressive, faster songs. So I really dig that. Also, the bridge, it's a really cool, very short build-up that drops right back into the chorus. They're really good at transitioning. We said it earlier. They're very good at transitioning between the different parts, between the verses, the choruses, the pre-choruses, whatever. They're very, very good at that, and this is a great example of it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, where does this sit for you?
This is an okay song for me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I so I thought like you would probably like this one because this era of music, there's some like subtle like post-hardcore feel to this, blended with like their alt pop rock sound, and it's there. Like those guitar tones, you crank them up a little bit and get a little bit more weird. Like that's it. That's post-hardcore. And then
true,
this is probably the best drum performance on the album. Still not saying a lot, but I think this may be his best drum performance on the album.
You think so?
And again, I'm not giving him like credit because I think he's leaps and bounds the worst part of this band. I'm still in awe of how bad of a drummer he is. Is.
I guess is, yeah. Because we haven't heard anything more that is impressive, right?
Like, good God, man. I honestly thought I was going to stumble into this. I was going to be wowed by how great Phantom Planet was at this era and how amazing Jason Schwartzman was at the drums because, I mean, he's kind of a character actor. He's not a great actor. He plays that part. Yeah. So I thought, like, maybe he's a fucking talented musician. And I do think he's a talented musician, but at this point, he was a shitty drummer.
Yeah, his drumming's whatever. It's fine.
Why can't you just say he's a shitty drummer? He's a shitty drummer.
Okay, he's a shitty drummer. Fine.
He's a shitty drummer. You know he's a shitty drummer.
He's just he's like beyond forgettable. That's what he is. He's just very, very forgettable. I guess yeah, that makes him a shitty drummer, but
fucking replace him with a metronome or something. My God, who cares?
I mean, look at a song like Galleria, a literal drum machine, and look how great that fucking song is. Right?
I know.
So.
Robots are doing a better job than Jason Schwartzman.
That's sad. That's so sad.
Yeah.
But we only speak the truth, right?
Yeah.
That's what we do on the pod.
That's
so,
true.
So I mean, since this isn't a banger for you, we shouldn't play it. But
if you got lyrics, spit them out.
Yeah. So lyrics. It's about getting back into a relationship that went really sour, but thinking it's going to be better this time around. But then he quickly realizes that she's just bringing him down again, and he's regretting his decision. That's what the song is about. Pretty straightforward, but honestly, his lyrics they're very simple, but they are relatable. I could tell why people really like his lyrics because you can fucking relate to him. But they're not. He doesn't have like a lot of metaphors. Everything's very straightforward.
Right.
Nothing super complex, but
it's good.
It's good.
It's good, hearty filler.
It gets the point across. It's not overly cheesy. His lyrics seem very sincere. It's not. It never seems like he's trying too hard in any way. He seems very honest and very sincere, and maybe that's why people like him so much, and that's why we kind of like it too, is because of the sincerity. I don't know.
His lyrics are like the movie Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, there's nothing really great about it. Like, the acting's not great, the writing's not great, but fuck me if not one person on the fucking face of this earth doesn't love that movie.
It's true. I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point.
God, that's a good movie. And that's
It's
like
a
his
really good
lyrics.
movie.
Like,
Yeah.
there's not really nothing here that's historic, but god damn, they're good.
That's a crazy comparison, but it does kind of make sense.
Predator's so fucking good, and you're lying if anybody says they don't like Predator. I
No,
swear
Predator's
to-
fucking awesome.
It's so good, but it's so bad.
Yeah, even the actor people, like they're not.
That's why they had Carl Weathers in there, because he's the only actor.
He was the only actor. You had Jesse Ventura, the fucking wrestler,
Jesse the
Future-
Body Ventura.
future governor. Why don't you tell me?
Or
Fucking-
you feel your lips going all the way back. Huh?
I know you got it. You got to do it that way. Why don't you tell me?
So
It's
good.
dumb. I love Will Sasso. Anyway, all over again. I got nothing else on this one. I think we talked about this one enough. So what do you got for your 4B?
4B was. We already did my 4B, didn't we? Oh yeah, Always on My Mind.
Oh yeah. Okay, so my 4B was
Lonely Day.
Lonely Day. So what's your 5B?
One Ray of Sunlight.
Really, that is not a B for me.
Because you don't like these cheesy ones. You like these kind of
Yeah.
like edgier fucking hard ones. You probably like, let's see how the dumbass songs was. You probably like Nobody's Fault. You probably didn't like Wishing Well. Because it was
Went
a little-
to the wishing well
probably because it wasn't that song.
because it wasn't Tom singing it. Yeah,
Yeah. that's
absolutely. And you know when every time I listened to the song and I would look down and remember what it was called, I would immediately start singing the chorus to that Blink-182 song.
funny. Have I told you there's a fucking trailer park in Chandler that's super close to our house that's on the way to Renee's old bar job, and it's called Wishing Well, like trailer park. And it's this big ass sign that says Wishing Well, and every fucking time I
You
used to
think of
visit
that?
Renee, I would just sing the fuck. I'm not gonna sing it, but I would
Just
sing that
sing it.
part. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
When have you never wanted to sing?
You
That's
backed
like
out
your
of a song
favorite-
earlier.
Yeah, but
I'm
I just
fucking-
sang for you. I just sang.
Although
So
you,
now it's your
also did recite poetry from the anthem song by Good Charlotte. So
I did. Yeah, I tried to sing that. So come on,
I said recite poetry, so because you did try to
recite
sing.
poetry. Yeah. Okay.
That's what happened. One ray of sunlight. That is my 5B. I like this one, man.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
not a bad song. I like
This
it.
one. This one starts off leading you to believe this is just like a fluff piece. It's stupid. It's dumb. All vocals with no melody direction. And then the chorus hits, and it hits hard. It's catchy. It's powerful. And the song like unfolds afterwards. It goes somewhere. Lead guitar throwing down some cool noodles, right? Bass
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
its thing, but staying in its lane. It knows. It knows. Not like Travis Barker. 'Cause Travis Barker does not fucking know. Sam knows. He knows what he's doing.
What?
And Alex, like,
What?
Travis Barker doesn't know how to stay in his fucking lane.
Okay.
We all know that.
Okay. I
Sam
see what you
knows.
mean now.
Sam knows. Alex hits a pretty diverse range in the chorus also. The high is very, very far from the low. And then the ending to the song is so cool. It doesn't match anything from the song itself, but it's like
Mhm.
super psychedelic and it's very Radiohead sounding. It's a cool little ditty. I don't like
Alright.
where it's placed because again, it doesn't do anything for Anthem. Because even you hear the very end goes meow and then transitions into Anthem. Like why even put it in there then if you're just gonna fade out like that? That's dumb. But I like the sound of it. It was cool.
I think also coming off of the first three songs of California, Always on My Mind, and Lonely Day, to go into One Ray of Sunlight, it's just it doesn't stand a chance against those songs. Those songs are too fucking good.
I know that's true.
So it might, I mean, maybe that's another reason why the song doesn't really stand out to me because of the sequencing. I don't know. But I think this is just a pretty straightforward melodic song. I don't feel like anybody really stands out on this song, but it's not a bad thing. I still think overall the song is good. I do like the kind of little synth sound effects that kind of go along with the acoustic guitar, the acoustic kind of melody. But I don't think there's anything really here that it just doesn't really stand out from the rest of the record.
What really like elevated this to a higher B was like the lyrics, because I like the way this song is set up. The
Mhm.
first verse is sort of like a warning, right? He says sometimes things get bad, like he's bracing for the worst because it's probably happened over and over to him. And the second verse is more definite with things don't go as I planned. That's definite. That is saying it will happen. But that's like sort of a defense mechanism, right? Like you warn others that things can get messy. Then when it does, it's not your fault because things got messy. And I told you things were going to go bad. But that's like a super pessimistic way to go about life. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And then the chorus is set up the same way because it's two different parts to it. The first is if I get one ray, right? And the second part is I'll try for one ray. So he knows that he wants something, but he also knows he has to put work in for it. The first part, if I get one ray, he's kind of leaving that to chance, much in the same thing of like, oh, things could get messy, things, whatever. And the second part is I will try. I'm going to make an active effort to do better, even if things don't go as planned, which is a more definite thing going on. So I like the way I like the the contrast, what is going on here, the back and forth
It's
between
good
itself,
wordplay.
the inner monologue.
Yeah,
I dig it.
it's very, very good wordplay. It's kind of subtle too. I mean, it's only one word. There's only one word that's different, or not one word, but it's only like a couple
two
words that are two words that are different.
The
but it
first
means
part
something entirely
sometimes
different.
things, and then the other one's things don't.
Yeah,
Like one is kind of up in the air, maybe if or then or whatever. The
well,
other
I
one's
was talking about the chorus. If I get one ray of sunlight to hold my hand, I'll try for one more, or one ray of sunlight to hold my hand. It's like there's only a subtle there's only a small difference in the amount of words, but what those two lines mean are completely different, or very different. Kind of jumping off where
It was
you
a stinker for you, but that's fine.
it wasn't a stinker, but kind of going with what you were saying. I mean, it is about a failing relationship, how he's willing to try and to work it out as long as she does the same. But in the end, neither of them really want to try that hard. But they're kind of just doing it to feel comfortable. They're kind of they both know that it's not going to work out, but they're just doing it out of comfort because they don't want to go through the effort of finding somebody else and things like that. But neither of them are in it 100%.
I mean, I kind of got like the opposite of it. I thought that he's in it to win it, but he just doesn't know how to do so, and he's afraid that if he does it, because sometimes when he's in it to win it, things get bad, and so then when things don't go as I planned, he it's a defense mechanism. It's silly, it's childish, but it's human. It's what it is. But I think he redeems himself in the chorus when he says, like, if I get one ray. Again, he's leaving it to chance. He's the sometimes is happening, the probably, the maybes. But then the other part is I'll try for one ray. That's like, you know what, fuck it. Let's do this. I'm going to put all of my into this. I don't even care if things don't go as planned. I know I try. Like that kind of thing, like, well, at least you tried, or better to have loved and lost type of thing. It's cute stuff.
It's cute stuff.
Very like high school stuff. It's cute.
It is very. It's very young. It's very not adolescent, but just very teen, very early 20s. That's what it is. That's a lot of his lyrics, but it's still relatable because we were all at that point. We were all feeling this kind of stuff at some point.
Yeah.
In our relationships.
Yeah.
But okay, so one ray of sunlight. What B was that for you?
That was my 5B.
Oh my God. We've actually talked about a lot of these songs. So my 5B is turn, smile, shift, repeat.
Oh.
Is this a B for you?
Yeah, it's my 7B.
Okay, there we go.
See.
Now I like how very simple and electronic sounding this song is. The whole beat sounds like it's done on a drum machine. It doesn't really sound like it's on an acoustic drum set. The keyboard line sounds really fucking cool. There's a lot of kind of subtle soundscape thing that they're doing with the synth or the keyboard or whatever it is. There's also some random guitar leads that kind of pop in the song here and there, which is a nice little touch to it all. But overall, this is an electronic song. and I like that. I think it's such a different song. Like there's no song on this record that sounds like this. It's very different, and that's kind of why it stands out for me, and that's why I like it, because they don't really do a lot of songs like this outside of the songs on Negatives, where there's a lot of shit like this. So I think this is one of those rare songs, rare demos that probably they fought about putting on the record, because really the song doesn't make sense in the context of the record whatsoever. But I like that a lot. There's some small build-ups here and there, but overall it just kind of stays the same, and it's just a really pleasant listen through. I really like it.
This is Radiohead. This is very Radiohead. This is what Radiohead does, and they've tried to do this sound on Phantom Planet. They did it on, what's the album they both liked?
Raise the Dead.
Yeah, they did a little bit on there too. A couple songs on there are actually very Radiohead.
Yeah,
but like they've done it, and again, this is a band that doesn't shy away from paying tribute to other bands that they probably like, and Radiohead just came out with Kid A and Amnesiac a year or two before this, so I mean that's blowing up in the scene. It's like these guys are taking things from Radiohead, which is awesome. I love it because I think the song is fantastic, and this is one that is not ripping off Radiohead; it's just paying respect, unlike Phantom Planet, which is just ripping off the Strokes. I love the soundscapes to this, that droning high-pitched chime thing.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. And then the tone on the guitar that's ringing out the chords, that tone I think is fucking amazing. And that tone reminds me of a specific Radiohead song that I could not place. I almost want to say like talk show host, but
I mean, you would know better than me.
So maybe when Skip listens, if he listens, I know he'll listen.
He might listen. I don't know.
Maybe he'll throw it out.
If he listens, we'll know because he'll say something, because we're talking about it right now. So we will know if he listens.
He'll say, "You fucking wanka," and then he'll say what song it is
in his Queen's English.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever said wanker in the Discord either. I don't think I've ever seen him text
even when
wanker.
he's on the pod. I don't think he ever uses that word. I think he uses cheeky a lot.
Yeah, cheeky.
I think he's used the word cunt a few times.
Cheeky blinders.
Oh my god!
And the last minute and a half of the song is just letting that groove play out. That's
yeah.
I mean that's Radiohead.
It is. I really didn't make that Radiohead connection until you mentioned it, but it makes sense. I mean, I'm not huge on that band, but I can hear it. I can hear it a little bit. So let's play a little bit of Turn
If you
Smile.
can pull off like a Radiohead homage and then not rip them off, I'm all for it. Always all for it.
I think if any band could do that, paying homage to any other band in a classy way, it's usually always good.
Well, Muse tried it and failed, so that's why I hate Muse.
Well, Muse is actually
Play the
really
track.
good. Muse, in some instances are better than Radiohead.
And no instances are they better than Radiohead.
Here's a Turn, Smile, Shift, Repeat from Phantom Planet. That is a fucking good song, man. That I don't know. That song might go higher on my banger list. Because this is one of the few songs on the record that I would rarely go back to, because Tammy never really went back to it. She always was listening to the more upbeat stuff, but never this kind of subdued sound that they rarely did. So what do you got lyrically on it?
I thought this was about like the boring monotony of life personified in this dream scenario of businessmen hustling and working so hard to be professional and make money, when in the end, like, it doesn't, who gives a fuck anyway, because it doesn't make them happy, and all they're doing is to just make as much money as possible, and at any moment in time they could lose everything and be back to square one when who cares. I don't know.
I think it's about him being sick of the monotony of corporate America, and him just kind of fantasizing about destroying it all, just bringing it all down, just going to the center of it and just wreaking havoc and just watching everything burn, like kind of watching the world burn because he's sick of the monotony of it all.
Like
that's
Fight
what
Club
I get from it.
status, resetting everybody's debt.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think here. That's what it is. But I don't know. I think it's a great song. I only have a couple bangers left. I think you have what, maybe one banger left, right?
I have two. Well, I have two. So I did the guest too. The song "The Guest."
Oh, that you put that as a banger?
Yeah, I didn't list it as a numerical banger. I just said it's a fucking it's a good fucking song.
That's a good. Yeah, it is really good.
It's a really good song.
Yeah.
But
I have no
otherwise
notes on it,
I'd say I have two bangers.
Do you want to talk about our remaining bangers, or should we wrap it up? What do you think?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, so is "Wishing Well" a banger for you?
It is not. The
Yeah,
Blink song "Wishing Well" is, but not this version.
I figured it's a little like baroque and theater sounding.
Yeah,
So,
it kind of has that staccato kind of synth.
love
It's
it.
a little unsettling. There's, I don't know. It's just, yeah.
And then,
I even put. I hear a lot of Radiohead sounds on this song. Like I even pointed that out, and I'm not even a big Radiohead guy.
And then what about "Hey Now Girl"? Is that a banger?
No,
Okay.
no, not for me. Really, the only bangers I have are "Nobody's Fault," and then the last song, "Something Is Wrong," which I'm surprised you didn't put as a banger because that is just an acoustic song.
But it was just okay. So like that ASMR shit, I like that. That's cool. 'Cause you can go do like that thing.
Yeah,
But there's no strong melody to this.
doesn't matter. It's acoustic.
There's not.
It's acoustic.
But
It doesn't.
there's
It shouldn't
no-
matter for you.
There's no strong melody. There's no recognizable catchy chord progression. It's nice, and it's not a stinker by any means. It's a nice enough
Yeah.
song that's easy to follow, pleasant to listen to. It's fine. It's okay.
That's fine. Should we play any other songs? Should we wrap it up? What do you think?
I'm good.
Because I will say we've talked about every. I think there's only 4 songs we didn't talk about. So, I think we're pretty good.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's give our final thoughts on this record, and then we will rate it according to our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album, give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So, what are your final thoughts and your rating on this record, "The Guest" from Phantom Planet?
My final thoughts are: I thought this would be better. I'm not gonna lie. I thought this would be better. My bangers hit hard though. Like they hit fucking hard. And I think like regardless of what I rank it or what rating I give it, like my top 4 bangers are they're like for me they're untouchable. And like California, like that's just something else. That's a beyond banger. Not for because of what it is like musically or anything. It's just for what has become, what it is, what it is turned into. It's just it's something else, man. And this album was fun to listen to. Phantom Planet I not listened to in honestly like decades. I've not listened to this album in its entirety probably since like college, like right out of high school. It's been a long time, and it was fun. It was good. It was great in a lot of ways. But there was a lot of things on here that I just didn't care for. I don't know, but like with that said, though, this is one of the like rare instances where I think I'm gonna give this. I think I'm gonna give this like a 2.4. But I'm relying heavily on like my top 4 bangers to carry the load.
Okay.
I have like 7 or 8 bangers, but like my bottom 4 bangers, I had to dig deep to get those. Like boom, right off the bat, I can recite California, Always on My Mind, Lonely Day, and Anthem. Before even doing this episode, I knew still even having not listened to this album in this many years, I still know those like by heart, front to back. And so I think like just off of that alone, nostalgia, all of that, like 2.4 I think is fair. I don't think I'd give it 2.5 because 2.5 is halfway to a perfect album, and I don't want to give it that. But I think
Okay.
2.4 is fair.
So my final thoughts. Obviously, there's a lot of nostalgia here. Not really in high school. Outside of California, there was nothing in high school that I remember about this band. It was once I met my girlfriend in 2006, and this was her favorite band. And early on in the relationship, I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna burn her these CDs." I know she's never heard them, and then she fell in love with them. And like I said, we listened to Negatives, those two CDs. I can't even 1,000 fucking times. But whenever we would go back and listen to other Phantom Planet records, we'd always go back and listen to Phantom Planet's Phantom Planet, their self-titled record. We'd go back to The Guest, but it was always just like a few songs here and there, and it was always a few songs from Phantom Planet is Missing. But The Guest, it was always, the first 3 songs, or the first 4 songs. Wait, no, 3 songs. California, Always on My Mind, Lonely Day. Those are the big ones that her and I would always listen to. So I mean, much like you, there's only 4 or 5 songs on this record that I can really, list off the top of my head. But that was because of Tammy. Otherwise, all the songs are good. Not all bangers, but it's not a perfect record. What am I trying to get at here?
You're trying to determine what you're going to rate it.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying
because I think much like me, those 3, maybe 4 songs hold so much weight that it's going to raise this higher than if you omitted those 4 songs. This may be a 2 at best.
Yeah,
but with those 4 songs, it
it's not that it. It's not that those songs are all nostalgia, because those songs are really, really well written songs. They're excellent songs, but also there is the nostalgia factor, and not all the songs on here are bangers. So I don't know. I'll just give this record. I'll just give this record a 2.25. I mean, really, we would just be repeating what we've been talking about the last hour. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give this a 2.25. Not perfect, not by far not their best record, because Raise the Dead, that fucking record is better. And it's crazy because normally we don't say this kind of stuff, but a B-sides compilation being better than the actual record itself is pretty crazy. Pretty fucking crazy that Negatives is better than The Guest. It's fucking great. I love Negatives.
I mean, those are goddamn good songs.
I think what we should eventually do is do an episode on Negatives and then do another episode on Raise the Dead. I think each of those things deserve their own episode. I really do, because Negatives really stands on its own. Because there's great instrumentals, there's great pop songs. There's a lot of good stuff on that shit. A lot of goofy, stupid shit. And then Raise the Dead is Raise the Dead, their best record. But I still can't believe that's your favorite record. That blows my fucking mind. But anyway, yeah. The Guest, 2.25 for me. You gave it a 2.4. Still a killer record. I would absolutely get this on vinyl. It's fucking great.
Yeah, it's a good listen.
It's a lot of fun to go back to.
It's a great listen.
Totally. All right, so do we have anything else on The Guest?
Oh, no, that's it. That's all for me.
All right, well, that's all I got too. So thank you all for listening. Go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, give us 5 stars. You know the drill. Tell all your friends that we're the best, because we are the best. So that's it. That's all.
She's always on my mind. I saw the Paul McCartney song stuck in my head.
Temporary. It's so good, right? It's so fucking good.
Fucking just grates at you, just grinds you down.
Temporary secretary. Well, yeah, I know. The Guest it's a necessity because
people
of
want to hear California.
Orange County.
I fucking forgot about that. That was so
I'll
good.
never forget that. Every time I listen to it, I think of that.
Oh my god!
Inside jokes that we're not going to tell you about.
Not going to do it
because that's fun.
My lips. Why I'm not going to raise taxes. Because it shows heart, man. It shows like he's trying. Like they're trying to be a better. Everyone's trying to be a better, except for fucking Jason Schwartzman.
Everyone's trying to be
trash.
a better.
Everyone's trying to be a better. Everyone's trying to be a better, but Jason Schwartzman is trying to be a worse. Just screaming the California. Like that part alone is very. It's like, oh god, we're getting somewhere. We're building to something. My 3B's Anthem.
Anthem.
The whole world. And
what's the guitar? This is the anthem. Throw all your hands up. Isn't that the song?
You're saying the lyrics, but you don't remember the melody, do you?
I don't remember.
That was
don't.
good.
Don't.
I could tell for sure.
But those are the lyrics, right?
yeah.
This is the anthem. Throw all
This
your
is
hands
the
up.
anthem. Throw all your hands up. Mm-hmm.
How does? Yeah, I don't remember how that melody goes.
Okay. It's a new day, but it all feels old. It's a good life.
That song is
That's
so
what
dumb.
I'm told.
Oh,
This is the anthem. Throw all your hands up. Whoa.
I want to
Another
be you.
rhythm.
Oh,
God,
I
that
want to
song's
be
fucking
just
good, dude.
like you. There we go. I got
There was-
the melody
There
there.
was that was good at first though. Like you clearly did not fucking remember the melody.
Like they're not.
That's why they had Carl Weathers in there because he's the only actor.
He was the only actor. You had Jesse Ventura, the fucking wrestler,
Jesse the
Future-
Body Ventura.
future governor. You know. Why don't you tell me?
Where
Fucking-
you feel your lips going all the way back. Huh?
I know you got it. You got to do it that way. Why don't you tell me?
Oh, you probably like Nobody's Faults. You probably didn't like Wishing Well because it was
Went
a little-
to the wishing well
probably because it wasn't that song
because it wasn't Tom singing it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's funny.
absolutely.
So maybe when Skip listens, if he listens, I know he'll listen.
He might listen. I don't know.
Maybe he'll
Well, I mean,
throw it out.
If he listens, we'll know because he'll say something because
Yeah,
we're
that's
talking about
true.
it right now. So we will know if he listens.
He'll
He'll
say, "You
definitely
fucking
know.
wanker," and then he'll say what song it is.
in his Queen's English.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever said wanker in the Discord either. I don't think I've ever
I
seen
don't-
him text
Even when he's on the
wanker.
pod, I don't think he ever uses that word. I think he uses cheeky a lot.
Yeah, cheeky,
I think he's used the word cunt a few times.
cheeky blinders.